Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Ms. Yuniningsih as a lecturer in the Comparative State Administration course. Previously, let me introduce myself. My name is Michael Devin as the moderator who will guide this presentation. On this session, Group 2 will present material entitled Post-Pandemic Tourism Policy between Indonesia and the Philippines. Previously, I would like to introduce the members of the Group 2 first, namely, at the first place is Devin Musyaffa, and the second place is Arya Wirakesuma. At the third place is Michael. At the fourth place is Vicky Arkinda Cahya. At the fifth place is Serena. Go to the first presenter, Arya. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Michael Jeremy Butom. I tell you a background. The COVID-19 outbreak has been one of the most impactful pandemics, and travel and tourism are among the most affected sector. Data on the development of tourism sector is increasing and making a good contribution to nation economy. In the last 10 years, from 29 and 2019, while tourism has continued to increase. Among them are the business and trade sector, the service sector, the financial sector, transportation, and accommodation. The next presentation will be continued by my colleague, Devin.
Next, there are several theoretical studies, namely tourism policy. Policy that become regulation, rules, guidelines, and direction in the development of strategy in tourism. Element in tourism development that is one, tourism object and tourism attractive, two, facilities and infrastructure, three, governance and infrastructure, four, community and environment. The second theoretical study is comparison of state administration. The form of approach used in the state administration, the approach used is in accordance with current condition including one, ecological approach, two, administrative approach, and three, political approach. The next slide will be explained by Serena. Serena is welcome.
Okay, thank you, Devin. Okay, post-pandemic condition of Indonesian tourism. According to BPS data, the number of foreign tourist visits in January until November 2020 decreased by 10.84 million, a sharp decrease of 73.60% from the previous year. In 2020, it only reached 3.89 million tourist visits, while in 2020 there were 14.73 million tourists. Okay, the next one is government steps. There are three government steps. The first one is emergency response phase that focus on health and social protection programs, and the second is recovery phase, yaitu the government is gradually opening tourist attraction in various regions and implementing the CHSE. And the last one is normalization phase, that destination preparation with CHSE protocol. Emergency response phase include several programs. The first one is establish a crisis center. Next is postpone promotion and activities, provide support to industry or creative economy tourism actors. Next one is recovery phase. The first one is implementation of the CHSE, cleanliness, healthy, safety, and environmental sustainability protocol at tourist attraction. The last one is normalization phase. The first one is increasing market interest to discount for tour package and M.Si. The next one is government strategy that include pivoting, positioning, and contactless experience. First one is pivoting, that is changing business strategy through various innovation. Maximize the application of digital technology in tourism services and virtual travel concept. The second one is positioning, the work from hotel system issued to attract visitors to use the facility. And the third is contactless experience strategy that provide minimal touch facilities, provision of facilities such as automatic syncs, order tickets online, food facilities with delivery services. The next slide will be presented by Vicky Arkinda.
Okay, thank you, Serena. And here is the post-pandemic conditions of Philippine tourism. The increasing number of Filipinos infected with COVID-19 has had a sizable impact on the Philippine economy, causing the Philippine economy to fall to 16.5% of GDP in the second quarter. This is due to the focus of the Philippine government, which is more focused on limiting community activities to suppress the spread of COVID-19. Therefore, disaster preparedness that everyone expects is a crucial competency for managers in the tourism sector. Preparedness measures include awareness of emergency planning, the sense of precursor and warning systems, and ultimately the creation of emergency management and tourism management training and simulation. Philippine government stipulates three things, namely, the first one is passengers who have received the full dose of the COVID-19 vaccine are required to carry out an RT-PCR test, which is taken 72 hours before arrival. The second one is for passengers who have not carried out the COVID-19 vaccine or have not carried out the full dose of COVID-19 vaccine. They are required to carry out quarantine for 5 days after arrival. after arrival, and an RT-PCR test will be carried out after 5 days after arrival.
Okay, let me tell you the conclusion about this presentation. The COVID-19 plague was the most important impact and far-reaching pandemic disease in the tourism sector. However, the pandemic condition that hit the tourism industry in Indonesia, government quickly settled down to serious inwards. There is a difference between Indonesian tourism policy and the Philippines. In Indonesia, government's policy make it a temporary as on WNA to visit Indonesia as directed since April 2 and 2020. The number of tourists visit to Indonesia saw a significant increase in March 2022, but this figure was much lower than condition before the pandemic. In defense of the tourism sector during the pandemic, government have made several safety measures in an effort to boost the performance of the tourism sector through three stages of emergency response, restoration, and normalization. In addition, government have also established five super priority tourism destination in Indonesia. Government have also established three strategies to keep the tourism sector alive during the pandemic COVID-19, which is the pivoting strategy, the positioning strategy, and the contact downless experience. On the other hand, the Philippine government issued a policy on case group of COVID-19 outside the Philippines and a rule of quarantine for those coming into the Philippines. In the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Philippine economy suffered a downturn as the focus of the Philippine government focused more on restrictions. Okay, well, okay. Thanks to Group 2 for presenting the material well. I, as the moderator this morning, would like to apologize if there was are intentional or intentional word mistakes. That's all, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.